One of the things I love most about gaming is the creative community that surrounds it. And within this are sub-communities that have each found unique and special ways to really celebrate their gaming. And today, I'm exploring one of the fastest subcultures there is, speedrunners. Speedrunning started in the mid-90s, when some games introduced an in-game feature to record demos or short videos of their gameplay. These demos could then be uploaded and shared online. It wasn't long before people started uploading demos, showing how fast they could complete a game from start to finish. This then led to a bunch of websites tracking the best times, and so the speedrunning community was born. But they needed to go even faster, so speedrunners started finding ways to break their games, using glitches and exploits they call tricks, allowing them to skip huge chunks and levels. And this has become a big part of speedrunning culture. But where do speedrunners go if they just want to hang out and talk technique, or break records with their fellow runners? They come here to a speedrunning marathon, where they see how fast they can go in a 36-hour session of record-breaking attempts. Let's go check it out. I'm gonna walk though. A speedrunning marathon is, as the name suggests, a live-streamed marathon of back-to-back record attempts. This particular marathon is a 36-hour straight event. So I'm here with Ethan, who is the event organiser. First question, Ethan, how did the Australian Speedrunning Marathon, or ASM, first get started?
ASM started in 2014, sort of, with a panel at AVCon, Adelaide's Anime and Video Game Festival. And it sort of just snowballed from there.
How long have you been a speedrunner for?
15 years, actually. I got into it just from playing Mario Kart games. So very naturally, you're trying to go fast in every stage that you're playing. And then I just kind of had the thought, I wonder if I'm really good at this? I wonder if anyone's better. And there were people who were much better.
I found some Mario Sunshine speedrun when I was looking for just general gameplay. I was like, this is pretty cool. I followed them years after years, and I found a game that I used to play when I was younger, and I'm like, I wonder if there's a speedrun of this. I looked it up, and I was like, this is easy, I could do this.
How much practice do you put in to get it to the speedrun level that you're happy with?
It depends on the game. So a game that doesn't have much mechanical depth, you can maybe just play for an hour or two, and then you're ready to do a run. So I had one game or one run in a Pokemon Emerald or Gold Symbols was the category. But I routed it for 6 months before I ever did a run of it.
What does it mean for a speedrunner to have a world record?
I think it just means that something they can be really, really proud of. They can go, I achieved that, and I did that, and I have basically reached the peak.
What does it mean to have a record and have someone take it? Do you immediately go back into I have to beat them? Or is it more like, okay, I'll let you take this as I practice more?
When it comes to the competition, I do have a huge drive for it. So when someone beats my time, I do feel like it's a necessary thing to jump back in and try and improve it further from there.
In the terminology of speedrunners, what are glitches?
A glitch is essentially anything that can be exploited by the game that is not explicitly restricted by the developers. Different games also have different ways of doing this. So for example, a classic game is Mario 64. In that game, there are very few glitches, but there's a lot of exploiting the level design.
If a speedrunner were to, find these cool glitches and stuff, do they tend to share their secrets with other speedrunners, or have you found it's more kind of tightly kept?
I think people definitely share. Everyone loves sharing their cool findings.
I want to try and avoid that text. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use Scratch turn 1, because that won't take him to below half, and then kill him with Hidden Power just to avoid that little text. It actually saves like 3 seconds or so. It's a pretty significant amount of time.
How important do you think events like this are to the greater gaming community?
I think they're really important because it brings the community together.
It's just really nice to be able to get together with a whole bunch of like-minded people, and I've made a few great friends from this.
We all come together as a big family. We all know each other. We travel together, book hotels together, see other people's speed runs, and it's just so great. I love coming to these marathons.
What advice would you give to new speedrunners?
What you want to start with most of all is a game that you really like. You can see yourself playing multiple times, because you will go through multiple resets trying to get your optimal time.
Just get involved with the community, play whatever game you feel like playing.
It's really just a case of you see a game you like, you play it, you want to get to know to play it faster, get your own personal best times, and then maybe challenge other people to see if you can play it faster than them.
Well, this has been amazing. It's so cool to see all the skills you have to be a good speedrunner. stamina, hand-eye coordination, technical understanding, a good memory.
But I think what I love most about speedrunning is that it's a community-driven subculture. At its heart, it's one gamer challenging another to be the best at a game they both love.
It's cool to slowly explore games and appreciate all the hard work that's gone into them. But sometimes it's fun to see just how fast you can go.